used to believe that working a 9 to 5 job meant automatic security, but I can only speak for myself as a single mother, but to me it feels like a life sentence. You know, you really don't have any time for your dreams. You don't have energy to do the things that you like, no hobbies, no real interaction with people for real to feel like a real person. And you really don't have time to take care of yourself. That's really, for a lot of single moms, a luxury that most of us cannot afford. But, you know, what if I told you that staying in that cycle is actually what's keeping you stuck from living the life that you actually want to live? So that's what I want to talk about today. So let's get right to it, okay? So like me, I have a job that most would consider a career job. I'm a property manager. This is my 10th year at this building. And on the surface, it's great. Like, I love my job. I'm grateful for my job. I'm doing a job where I can help so many people in so many ways, and it's so fulfilling to me. Like, I love this part of my job because it actually feels like it's part of my purpose. However, I also feel stuck in this job. I feel like there is no way out because, you know, I feel like I'm stuck. Like, there's a lot of things that I struggle with. A lot of things like, you know, my daily commute. I'm in my car like 3 hours a day just to get to and from work. And, you know, that's an hour and a half each way. And then my 8 hours plus sometimes, most of the time. By the time I get home, most of the day is gone. It's over. It's done. Let's not even talk about all the responsibilities I have once I get home. So when it comes to working on my goals and my business and things like that, there's not a lot of time, like, at all, okay? And I know I talk about that a lot because one day I want to be able to look back and say, man, I was really going through it, but I'm so happy I kept pushing. And I really want to inspire other people to keep pushing. Like, this is what our reality is today. It's not forever. Just keep pushing, because I am very much determined to get out of this cycle. I'm very much determined to have control over my emotions again. Because, you know, you always tired. Okay, so my job is mentally taxing. My job, yes, I sit at the desk. Yes, I am still in my office. I'm waiting for my daughter to get back from out of school. But my job is very much a mental job. I can do the job with my eyes closed. However, when you deal with residents, it's their home. Every day is something. They expect you to be their therapist. They expect you to be a referee. They expect you to be a judge. Like, they expect so much from me all the time. So by the end of the day, I really do feel like drained. I feel mentally drained. Like, I have nothing left. You know, it's really, really hard when you have to have a job where it weighs on you physically and mentally, because when you are ready to do something for yourself, it's like, can I give it your all? Because you've already spent your all somewhere else. You know, what I'm realizing is that, you know, I'm so grateful to have been able to be at one job for the past 10 years. However, I'm noticing that within those 10 years, I was very limited with my growth. I was very limited in what kind of mother I want to be. Very limited in what I can do outside of work. And not to even talk about the impact that it has had on my mental health. And I've talked about that in previous videos. You know, there's just no real time to spend the time you need to prioritize yourself. Most people believe that having a job is security. And for some it may be. But for others, like me, having a job is placing all these limitations and borders around me. Like, I cannot be the type of person I want to be or fulfill the things I feel like I'm supposed to fulfill in my life because I'm stuck to my job. You know, it really, really does limit your time and your freedom, and your money too is limited. So it's not like you can do too much more. It's really, this is what it is, and you just have to manage what you have. You know, the paycheck that you earn from your job, it will keep you afloat, hopefully. Hopefully, but for some of us, it doesn't even do that. So the job will guarantee you have something coming in. However, that income is limited to just that job. And for most of us, it does not give us financial freedom. I feel like, you know, in regards to the income, for me, there is no way, there's no way, like, we get raises and things like that, but looking at it, the rate in which they increase the pay versus the rate in which everything go up outside, no way you're gonna survive that. So, you know, having the job. So like in my case, I'm here pretty much all day. It does not leave space to do anything to fill the income gap. So that's part of the reason why I feel stuck. And please, please take it from me. The harder you stay in that job, the harder it is to get out the cycle. No, because you have something that's consistent. So it's like, where are you going to get the extra push to go out and do something different? For one, you may not have the energy. For two, you may not have the resources, because we need our paychecks. And you know, for three, there's just no time. Like there's no time once you get home and do the things you need to do. There's no time to build something new to get out of it. You know, it's very easy to go and get another job, a second job, or try to get something higher than what you have. It's very easy to go and search for those things, but a lot of us are not in a position to do that. I won't say we were not in a position to do that. I'm gonna give you my take on it for real. I refuse to do that. I have worked multiple jobs at a time, and all that did was make me feel less about myself, because I'm doing all of this. I'm missing out on life. I'm missing out on my kids' life simply because I have to make the money. And for me, it didn't add up. Like, it didn't make sense. So now I'm like, I'm not going to go to another job. I'm going to figure this thing out, figure out my time, so that I can start to supplement my income with my own doings for things that I'm passionate about, bringing in the income that I need from things I love to do, and eventually not have to rely on a 9-to-5 job. I'm not the type of person that's not going to do anything. I'm going to do something. I am very talented in so many areas of my life to where I know I can make money outside of this job. However, bills have to be paid on time. Kids need things. We need to eat. So it's hard to just leave to put my faith in what I can do. I know that I'm very much capable. However, I don't know if I'm willing to take that big of a risk and jeopardize what my children already have. Jeopardize their stability. I don't necessarily care about mine at this point, but for them, I don't want to disturb it, which is why I'm still here. If I could leave a few things with you, is that these are the things that has made me feel the way that I feel, and one of it is being a mindset shift. And I understand that my job is temporary. Like, when I first got this job, I thought I would be here forever. I was so happy to be promoted to the property manager. You know, you made it to the top. However, at these past 2-3 years, I've learned that this is temporary. I don't want to limit myself in this way, because the more I stay here, the more I stay in this job, the less likely it is I'm going to be able to pursue the things that I actually want to do for myself. So this will not be my life sentence. This will not be my end all be all. This is great for the moment. However, I'm looking for more. I'm looking for better. I want more out of life, and I feel like it's worth the effort. I did a time audit and just really understanding. So, you know how you can go through your bank account and with your money or whatever, you can figure out how you can budget your money. I try to do that with my time. And it was really scary when I sat back and looked at it and realized, like, out of my day, if I wanted to do the things I needed to do and still have time for myself, y'all, I really only had like an hour a day, if that. It's really like an hour. And I thought about it like, there's 24 hours in a day. There's 24 hours in a day. Yes, we have to sleep some of those hours. But why out of 24 am I focused so much on somebody else's project, we'll call it that, and making sure everything is stable for them and doing the best that I can and expending all of my energy here when all I have is 1 hour for myself? Like, I don't think that's right, and the math is not mathing, okay? So, you know, I decided, even if it's just 10 minutes a day, I'm going to do something every single day that moves the needle in my favor. I'm going to focus on my business at some part of the day. I am going to do something for myself, because if you don't, you're just going to stay there. Nothing's ever going to change. So it may be a slow road. It may be a hard road, but I would rather take my chances doing building little bitty bricks at a time, as opposed to just staying here. And listen, I am just a firm believer that my faith is going to be exactly what's going to get me into my next level. I understand that faith without works is dead, so I know I need to do something. But I believe wholeheartedly that this drive and this passion that I have came from the man above. And I know that it's only a matter of time before I'm out of here. I just know I need to keep working and keep at it. Like never giving up, never letting the exhaustion get to me, never letting the frustration get to me. Just keep going. I know that there's something better waiting for me. My faith is so strong on that, it's crazy. If you're somebody like me and just feeling stuck and overwhelmed, I promise, let's just start making small actions throughout the day. Little bitty things. Even if it's, oh, I wrote a sentence today. All right, do two tomorrow, whatever the case. But start making small steps. Don't just be like, because I used to be the person like, man, it's only 30 minutes left. I can't do nothing in 30 minutes. Now I take full advantage of those 30 minutes because I understand I would rather do something for 30 minutes as opposed to doing absolutely nothing and constantly waiting for the perfect moment, because it's never going to come. You're never going to have like a big chunk of time. This is what I tell myself. I'm never going to have that big, huge chunk of time that I'm looking for. So I got to make the most out of what I do have, even if it's 30 minutes. That actually has been working for me. What has also been working for me is I get up earlier in the day. Yes, I'm tired faster, but I would much rather use my energy doing the things that make sense to me. So my candle business, I'm working on my book and my coaching. I'm rebuilding rebuilding my coaching program. Those are the things that matter to me. So I get up earlier in the day to work on those things before I leave out to give my energy to the world, okay? I understand that sacrifices have to be made. There's a lot of things like just this past weekend. I normally make big elaborate breakfasts on the weekend. I haven't been doing that because no, I need that time right now to focus on building, because during the week I really don't have time. I really don't. The weekend, 2 days in the weekend, and really like a day and a half, I really push. I really push. So I utilize my weekend and that's it. So I've had to give up a lot of things. Sleep, number one. I don't sleep as much as they say we should. I don't. I don't go out. I don't buy things. All of my money goes either into my house or invested into my business. I'm doing things that is going to change my trajectory of where I am going and how fast I get there. If you don't hear anything else from me today, I want you to hear that there's a difference between surviving and thriving. And we are all worth more than just surviving, just getting by. I know a lot of us have become content in that. Like, as long as I can get by, that's good enough. But I promise you, that's not what we were put on earth for. We were not designed to just sit and be robots all day. We are meant to live. We are meant to thrive. We are meant to really enjoy our lives. And that is what I want to do. But all of that starts with a real decision from you to change. It starts with recognizing that there is something that you want to do differently, and then following up to do the actions that you need to for it. I'm going to, and I want you to do the same thing. I want to be able to look back at this video like 6 months from now and just to line it up and see what's differently. I hope and pray in 6 months that I can be further than where I am now, and I know I will be. It's just going to be amazing to look back and see where this journey takes me. This pursuit is real, it's personal, and I want to be an inspiration to other people. Another thing that I am going to be doing, because like I said, during the week I don't have a lot of time, and I want to be consistent on this YouTube channel. I want to make sure I'm doing everything I need to build this up, because this is part of my dream too. Just recording everything throughout the day. And because my house is so small and it's not never really quiet, what I've been doing is recording the content and then recording a voiceover of my story about what I'm doing. So you guys see that stuff too. Just trying to make it work until I can figure out how I can batch record a bunch of videos for you guys all at one time and just work on editing that stuff and get it out to you. But that's something, like I said, what can I do differently? You know, I'll try this style of content and see where I can go, and then make a real effort to make sure I can be consistent on this channel, because that's what's important to me, and I know that's what it's going to take for me to get to the next level. So that is all that I have for you. It's 5:33 now. I need to call my child and see where she is. She should be here by now. But that's all. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, for more inspiration and motivation and me being a real life example for you to pursue your dreams. Okay? But that is all I have. I'll see you guys in the next one.